time shot. It's time shot. I'm in the place where my friends are, and I know together we'll go far. Yeah, time shot. It's time shot. And I'm still doing things the time shot way.
Hello, people. It's Poet. And if you watched the last episode, and the one before that, I believe, you would know why I don't have anything in my inventory. But I do have, well, some night vision water breathing potions. I went to the Guardian Temple with Wynn, and what happened is we died. She predicted it. I didn't believe it. We died. And I died just in a really fluky way. I wish if I had to do everything over again that I had brought regen or healing potions. I even remember saying to her, "Oh, should we bring some regen potions? We need glistering melon and that." And I think her comment was, "No, we're going to die anyway." But I feel like if I had had healing in some way, I would have been able to at least escape with my life. I went in again a second time, died a second time. I went in a third time off camera, ended the episode, went again off camera, dropped down, figured out where I had gone before, and I was able to get at least, the potions back. But everything else, literally every single other thing that I had in my inventory, including my Silk Touch shovel and my Fortune 3 pickaxe, they're gone. They're gone. All my protection armor, my sharpness sword that Jake made for me that I paid a lot of diamonds for, gone. All of it gone. So, with that said, I'll have to rebuild what I had. Recraft what I had. I barely have any diamonds to do that. That's enough for one chest plate and a sword maybe, but that's it. And I have one level right now. I'm thinking what I might do, I'm gonna grab these. Let's see what I got. I got a mending book that Edson gave me at one point. I've got plenty of rubber booties. Let's try. I'm going to have to combine some of these. You know what? I got to make a pick. No, wait. No, I got a better idea. I mean, yes, I do need to make a pick. But what I was about to suggest is that I go into the Nether and start mining some quartz. Because I'm really low on quartz. Again, where is it? This is all that I've got. This is the total of my resources for quartz. I have worked on the build that's over there quite a bit. And in doing so... Oh, man, I can't even do that jump because I might die. In doing so, I ran out of quartz, basically. I also worked on... This is all before I died. I did this all off camera before me and Wynn went on our adventure. Go this way up here, and look what I made. A little tiny, what would you even call this? Whoops! Oh, scared myself. Clenched inside. But yeah, it's got like cool little pillars holding it up. It's a little observation deck sort of thing. So that's kind of cool. But I'm lagging right now, by the way, if you couldn't tell by the fact that damage takes 7 trillion seconds to get to me. Depth Strider. I gotta combine some of those boots that Code gave me, or whoever it was. I still think that it was Code, but I'm not sure. Look at what I finished off camera. I think I showed this. I think I did. Uh-oh. Just realized I don't have a sword. Well. Alright, we should be safe here. If he can get to me, that would be a miracle. Bye. Yeah, I finished this. And it was a really easy pattern once you get started. I think it feels like a deja vu here, but, you know, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, and then stare, slab, slab, stare, slab, slab. And if you get that pattern, it's really easy. I'm pretty sure I told you all that before. Yeah, I know that I did now, actually, thinking about it. But what you didn't see is that I placed all of this. I grabbed a bunch of bones, bone meal the crap out of this whole place. And it's got a ton of flowers in it right now. And at first, you know, I always hate the flowers. But I don't mind them. I really don't mind them. From up top, it definitely looks like little specks of color. And like this. Look at this. Little specks of color. It almost looks like the night sky type of thing. So I don't mind having the flowers. I'm going to keep them. For now, at least. I also thought about getting rid of just the colored ones. And only having the white flowers planted along here. Because, you know, quartz is all white. We've got nothing but white horses and white llamas and things like that. If I got rid of all the colored flowers, that might look pretty epic. I'm not sure yet, though, if I want to go in and do that. But let's go ahead and go to the end. Because I need to get some levels, obviously, to start re-enchanting some items. I might want to stop by spawn as well and see if I can't get myself a Fortune 3 book maybe from Edson. I'm so almost ready. So almost ready. Start putting names in the donor hall. Oh, it's going to be so cool. So cool. So yeah, what I need to do, I need to stop by spawn, see if there are any books of use there. If there are, great. If there aren't, that's going to make it a little bit more difficult to enchant things. But I don't think it'll be too difficult to get my stuff back. It's just kind of disappointing that I don't have extra fortune books and things like that kicking around for just such an occasion. It's almost nighttime. Nobody else is on, though, so I could probably sleep if I wanted to. Anyway, today, on account of what's happened, basically, in me dying and losing everything, and, you know, that kind of thing, I thought it would be a good... Whoa. Oh, boy. Don't fall and die. Okay, I thought it would be a good day today to more or less talk about mistakes in general. Now, I really wish I had prepared beforehand. Hold on. You know what? I actually will look up who made this quote that I'm about to try to say, because I want to actually say the quote. So hold on. I'm tabbing out. Quote. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to find the quote. Oh, well, that's actually that's actually not the quote I was looking at. I heard this quote on TV, and I don't even remember what show it was. But I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't know the quote itself. But it went along the lines of, you know, in order to learn in life, the key isn't to never make mistakes. It's to never make the same mistakes twice. All right. So that sort of phrasing stuck with me. Ooh, pizza. Wow. Pudsey Pizzeria opening soon. Ooh. No pizza haters allowed. Ooh. Can't wait. I'm eating carrots right now because I got nothing else. Anyway, that kind of quotation sticks with me, you know. It's that it kind of makes me think that, you know, making mistakes is a natural thing. But making the same mistake twice, you know, you're not learning from those mistakes, are you? Please have fortune. Yes. Mending. I got one mending book already. Let's see. I need 1, 2, 3 for a pick and 1, 2 for a sword. And then I can go 1, 2, 3. Let's not take them all. Let's take 3 of them. Take all those mending books. Edson, you gotta keep up with the demand. Man. Now I'm on my way to the end in order to cheat, basically, and get the levels experience that I need to enchant my pick and my sword. And with those 2 things, hopefully, I can then gain enough diamonds in the future to get more items. I need to do a mindless mining. That's what I need to do. But yeah, back to the mistakes thing. Another quote that I just read is kind of interesting. It says, "You can never make the same mistake twice because the second time you make it, it's not a mistake, it's a choice." And that quote is from Stephen Den, whoever that is. I don't even know who that is. But they said that, and it also kind of follows the same thing in that, you know, when you make a mistake a second time, you know, it's not like it's an accident anymore. It's not like you didn't know that it was going to happen, you know. I don't know if that's completely true, but certainly people should be able to learn from their mistakes. And that was kind of the core topic that I was going to say, is that, you know, learning in itself requires mistakes happen. You know, sometimes when we learn things, you know, if we've already learned how a certain thing works and you have logic, you can kind of figure out, okay, well then logically the way to do this other similar thing is going to be the same way, you know. You can learn that way for sure. But most often, more often than not, the way that we learn how to do things is from trying it out, from doing it, from doing. You learn from doing. And when you do something, there's always a chance that what you do will not be the right thing. You know, it doesn't mean that we should never try new things, that we should never do things, that we should stay safe all the time. Absolutely not. You know, I think that learning in itself is a wonderful, amazing thing. I always want to keep learning. But when you do that, yeah, it's going to require a certain level of mistakes happening. Oh, good. These are all one-hit guys. Mostly one hit. There we go. Got a kind of slow hit. No half hitting. So I guess why this all came up, yeah, was because of the whole me dying and losing everything. And I thought to myself, you know, mistakes happen. Mistakes like that happen. I should have known better. And that quote by that Stephen, what was it? Stephen Den? Kind of rings true. You know, I should have known better. And it wasn't that I made a mistake so much as I had made a choice that I wasn't going to listen. Are we? Huh? Are these platforms? Are we going to make like a... I assume that they're going to make platforms so that they all drop into the middle chambers and you'll have to go from chamber to chamber to chamber to chamber. But honestly, I thought that it was all right the way that it was. I thought so. Because now, you know, what do I got to do? Do I got to stare at all these guys? What do I do now? Well, these guys aren't one hit. Oh, ouch! Oh, no! Why? All my stuff. 23 deaths. It probably all fell into those hoppers. Hopefully those hoppers lead somewhere that I can access. What the heck, man? That was a little bit of lag, though. Man! Rude. I won't make that same mistake twice. That's for sure. As I go in without any armor, weapons, or support whatsoever. It is my choice. But to call it a mistake would be a complete and utter lie. And something that I see often, too, is that people say, well, you know, mistakes happen. Oh, I made a mistake, you know. Even though they know better. They try to shift the blame onto, you know, someone else or lack of common sense when they really should know better. Sometimes you got to hold people accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable sometimes. But I think that, yeah, the ability to learn... Oh, God, please don't kill me when I come into that. Oh, man, it's lag, though. It's lag, dough. There we go. You know, and these kinds of things about mistakes and learning and everything doesn't just matter in terms of, like, education in school and things like that. It's also in your personal life, too, you know. If you realize that something doesn't work, that something is a mistake, that something isn't working for you, you know, oftentimes, you know, it's your fault. It becomes your fault if you can't fix that thing, you know? Because you should be learning from the mistakes you make. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta figure out now how... I see a few of them dropping down the middle as I descend. Okay, all of my stuff must have fallen into the hoppers. Yeah, looks that way. What? Okay, please, for the love of God. Hit! Wait, I have all my stuff all of a sudden? Is that... Did I just pick it up? Inventory has been doing a really weird thing lately, so I don't quite trust it. I got one mending book. Where's my other mending books? Oh, crap. Are they around here somewhere? Come on, pick them up. I just spent so many diamonds on them, please. Where did I die? I died like right over here. They wouldn't have fallen through. Well, I guess they could. That would be a weird glitch. They couldn't have fallen through into the void. I gotta kill these guys. Get rid of them. There's my ink sacks. And the fact that I got one of the mending books, but not the others, that really weirds me out, man. Like, what coincidence is that? What coincidence is that? And like I said, oh man, did they fall like through that crack there? No, I was like over here. Where are my books? They're probably invisible. Should I relog? I'm gonna relog quick. Please, books. Oh. Oh! Yes. There's one. I gotta... How do I don't have a pick. Is there a pick? Do I have a pick? Let's throw 1, 2, 3. Okay. Still missing one, though. I just gotta break this and, like, edge close. Okay, got that one. Let's see if I spot another book anywhere. I had 1 and I bought 3. So that's 4 total. I think I just saw 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. So I have all my mending books now. Phew! Gonna put my diamonds in there. And now I need like a slab to fix this. This is not working. Oh yeah, there's a pick. I'll grab it actually in the meantime. Hope Edson doesn't mind. Please be some slabs somewhere. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. What does this say? Death count so 4. Death count so 4? That's what I just read. I think if you want to add a couple more, one more at least, Edson. I came down here to get levels. Hasn't really worked out. And the reason, like what I did, I started looking at all these guys, you know, get them upset with you. I thought they were supposed to get upset. Oh, yeah, I think it's just the lag. They're supposed to get upset no matter where you look at them now. If you even hint at looking at them, they're supposed to get mad. Okay, so you got a big bunch upset, and then what I should do is run this way, and they all teleport. Ooh. Right, but they're not the one-hit kills yet. Okay, let's see what they do. If I go here and then back, Huh? Did they all just die? Either way, this is very broken. I'm not going to get my... Oh, God! Oh, God. We're talking about mistakes, and look at what we're doing. I had a book on me still? What was the Fortune 3 book? Did I not put that in? I thought I put... Oh, God. But anyway, I wanted to say, I didn't manage to say it. It didn't escape my mouth the last time, but there's been this weird thing with my inventory recently. And it's not just in 1.11. It's with, like... It's with 1.7 as well. And I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know if it's just like... Well, I really don't know why. But what happens is, like... You know when you have an unbreaking diamond pick, okay? Talking to all the Minecraft fans out there who know what I'm talking about. You have a Minecraft unbreaking 3 diamond pick. And you use it until it's, like, its last use. And you use it. And it disappears, it breaks, you hear the breaking noise, it's gone. You go to put something else in your inventory, and the unbreaking pick reappears as if through magic. Well, it's kind of been like that, my inventory. It's kind of been like that. Where I go... I go and I use things, and I have things in my inventory, and... If I didn't lose everything at the bottom now, I'm going to be very surprised. But I put most of it in that ender chest at least. But anyway, what happens is, like, I will throw things out. Like seeds, bones, rotten flesh. You know, things that I don't want in my inventory. A single slab that's taking up space. Sticks, you know, useless junk. I throw it out of my inventory. I then go and... I don't really even realize it happened. I open up my inventory and all of the items are still there. And it's just so weird that is happening recently, and I feel like maybe something like that just happened again with... Wait, didn't I see a book fall? Didn't I? Is the Fortune 3 book in here? There it is. Okay. Well, I'm just wrong then. But it's just this weird thing where, for some reason, my inventory just isn't disappearing. These Endermen. I have killed so many, and they have taken my life so many times. One of the funniest moments, though, in this end was the clip that I watched from Edson's stream where he said, quote, Someone in the comments said it would be funny if when you push one of the Endermen off, they attack you and push you off or something like that. Talking about he was trying to clear the Enderman from here, and he was like slowly. He would go up to them, and when they were on the edge, he'd knock them like that. And they would fall into the void. And as he was reading that quote, like the words had just escaped his mouth. Oh, we got a chicken. The words had just escaped his mouth. It would be funny if when you pushed one, they attacked you and you fell off. And he said, no, that wouldn't be funny. You know, it's something like that. I can't do the quote. I can't do the thing justice. But he showed his disdain for that suggestion. And as the words left his mouth, he pushed one, it attacked him, he fell into the void and lost everything. One of the funniest deaths I have ever seen in Minecraft. Definitely hilarious. A lot of funny deaths have happened over the years in the end, involving pistons, sticky pistons, redstone, people just falling, dying. I mean, it's just such a hostile place when essentially there's death literally surrounding you. And I'm not just talking about the Enderman, you know. The void is a scary thing. But in any case, that's kind of all that I wanted to say today was, you know, a few quotes about mistakes, and that, you know, to give a positive spin on it, you know, it was kind of to say you shouldn't be afraid of making those mistakes. You shouldn't feel bad when you've done something that is a mistake. You know, so often we feel like, oh no, I did something wrong, and you start to beat yourself up. You start to feel terrible. You feel like you've disappointed others. Things of that nature. But in truth, it's all part of the learning experience. It's often just completely unavoidable. And, you know, it's something that we just have to sometimes deal with. We have to learn that mistakes is learning. That making mistakes is learning. Not mistakes is. Mistakes ams learn. But, you know, it's all part of the process. You know, you can't start something and one day and expect to be an expert that same day. You got to make mistakes. You got to learn. You got to, you know, develop your abilities and your skills and what happens. And if it's something in a personal level, like relationship wise, you know, sometimes you don't know what you like until you've experienced more, until you've made mistakes, learned, oh, that wasn't good, and then do it all over again, you know? That's why divorce is such a huge thing, I think, you know? Because people make mistakes. They just make mistakes. As simple as that. You can't hold it against them really either. Because it's all part of life. It's part of who we are. It's what makes us human. Are the human errors, right? In so many sci-fi movies, what makes the robots, the robot overlords, what makes them too powerful is that they don't make mistakes. And people like having the human element, the unknown, the unpredictable. The mistakes make that unprediction happen, you know? Unpredictability, I mean. Unprediction. Could be a word. So I got an iron pick. Oh, God. Got an iron pick. Got 12 levels. Now I have 24 deaths. I think I'm actually 2 ahead of Penny now, who I was trying to stay kind of on par with. Maybe 1 ahead. But yeah, I mean, I see that so often. It's in video game culture too, when you lose a game and you feel like it's your fault for your team, if it's a team game. People will blame you for it, you know, attack you for it, because maybe they've forgotten that mistakes happen. Accidents happen. If accidents didn't happen, insurance wouldn't be a thing, you know? It's just the way that the world works. I wish people would realize that a little bit more. I think we'd be easier on ourselves. It'd be easier on ourselves and easier on others, you know? If I could just realize, If I could just realize, you know, oh, that person made a mistake. They're only human. More often than not, you know. I get salty in video games so often where it's like, oh God, this guy wasn't doing his job. How could he be so bad? Why is he so bad? And he killed our whole team and it's his fault. And, you know, people make mistakes. People have different levels of caring. You know, I feel bad. When I play Overwatch, you know, there are people who take it seriously. I could care less. And, you know, if they get mad because we lost and it's my fault, you know, I don't care. But they don't know that I don't care. They think that I do care. And they think that, you know, the mistake was almost intentional. It's a ridiculous world we live in. But yeah. Consider those two quotes for a while. When thinking about your own mistakes in life, other people's mistakes, how we can learn from our mistakes. You know, it's about making mistakes more than once that really seems to be the issue. Because we got to be able to learn from what we've done. Otherwise, like that one guy said, it becomes a choice. So, with that, I think we're going to end the episode. Oh, the space is looking so awesome so far. I started making those towers too, by the way. Haha. I put on a 4th tier there. Yeah. Working on it slowly but surely. World download's going to be in like another month. So, we're working on it. Slowly but surely. Guess I got to go back. I'm going to go to the mindless mine, I think. Just on my own free time. But with that, we'll be seeing you guys next time on TimeShot. Like this video, comment below. Do all those other awesome things people do. And make sure to check out those videos that show at the end as well. We'll be seeing you.